G'day viewers, and welcome once more to WAINGAFAT Wednesday, where I tell you who am I not giving a fuck about today. And today, I'm I know technically I don't give a fuck about you, but on topic please, what's the problem?
Timmy made a joke about me. He said I had a small pee-pee, and Mikey laughed at it.
So you want Timmy to be in trouble?
I want Mikey to be in trouble.
For laughing?
Yeah.
In case you think AngsryAussie is the only one stupid enough to use that logic, here in Australia we've learned of a Tasmanian politician representing the Liberal Party standing up for, he's a candidate for election in the seat of Bass in the next election. And he has used essentially that logic in attacking people on Facebook. Now, some people who like to fancy themselves as satirists essentially ripped off an old Onion article because they appear to believe that Mr. Nikolic exaggerates his own sort of contributions to the world. Mr. Nikolic is a former member of the armed services, and I think these people thought he kind of overstated his contribution.
Might have oversold it a bit.
Yeah, so they've used, like I said, they've essentially ripped off an old joke from The Onion, where it's like he claims to have been, you know, killed by sniper fire in Afghanistan, single-handedly stormed a machine gun nest in Iraq where he was also killed,
yes,
and was tortured to death by Tamil separatists.
Yes.
In other words, they're saying, you kind of talk shit, buddy. So, rather than, personally, I would ignore things like that.
Yeah.
Rather than doing that, what he's done on his Facebook page is then say, oh, well, what I'm going to do, here's a list of all the people who liked this post, and I'm going to send a letter to their employers.
I'm dubbing on you!
A person who feels they should be part of a state government essentially goes with, I'm Dobby. Now, personally, it's clearly he's gone like, oh, you think you're funny making fun of me? I'll get you in trouble. But I just find myself wondering, what did he think would happen if he followed through on this? Like, even if the employer was a Liberal Party supporter, they get this letter that says, oh, person who works from you, they went on Facebook and there's this thing that said mean things about me, and they said they liked it. What?
As an employer, wouldn't you write back, please stop harassing my workforce as they're very busily trying to complete the tasks that I have set for them?
It's like, where did you think that was going? And if you think that's as bad as this guy gets...
Oh, no.
No. He compounded it by essentially lying about it. When somebody sort of nudged him, that was a really fucking dumb thing to have done. He's deleted the post from Facebook, and he appears to not be aware of technology known as screenshots. So when a paper went to him and said, well, why did you do this? And he goes, I didn't do this. And they said, seems like you did. Kind of looks exactly like you did. And I actually got this word for word so I wouldn't get it wrong. What he said is his response to saying, you appear to be not telling the truth because we have documentary evidence here. He said, I have no personal copy of this comment thread and therefore can't confirm or deny whether it's a totally accurate representation. Now, you may think, oh, he's just a slimy politician. That's a typical non-denial denial. No, it's a direct lie. And that's where it all falls down. Because what he says is, I cannot confirm or deny. Well, dude, if you didn't do it, you could categorically deny it. It's as simple as that. If you didn't do it, you could categorically deny it.
Not me, mate.
And my other favourite bit is the first half of the quote is he basically outs himself as the liar, as in he says, I don't have this comment thread, because he knows he deleted it. So he's gone, right, well, I got rid of the evidence, so I refuse to accept that the evidence exists, except for the fact you put evidence in front of me, but a big boy did it and ran away.
Can't see you, you've disappeared.
So, seriously, look, yeah, people slander online, and by the way, you know, plagiarised satire. It's not slander. As the publishers of the piece said, the world can be divided into two groups. Those who like satire and those who don't get it. And this guy and a lot of his supporters do appear to be in the too stupid to understand the difference between a joke and slander. Even if you don't think the joke is funny, you know, basically then accreting yourself in. He said something mean to me and I'm as important as serving service people who are getting hurt and killed. You're not much of a grandstanding wanker, really. Seriously, I knew nothing about this. I didn't know he existed until he did this huge dummy spit. So
massive dummy spit. He's named several people that liked the page by full name, title, and whatever other information you could get, and then linked his dummy spit of they liked a bad joke about me with actually injured and killed service personnel who are currently active. Now, how you get to be that important in your own little world to link yourself with actually serving soldiers who are getting shot at in your name?
All I'm thinking, Andrew Nikolic, two things. First, you appear to have proved the satirist's point from where I'm sitting. And two, let me introduce you to the Streisand Effect. Because until you started mouthing off, probably half a dozen people saw it. I do note the likes going up at a rate of more than 100 a day at the moment. And yes, there are links down there to everything explaining this and the post on Facebook. And as soon as I finish this video, I'm going off to like it. Which is not to say I liked the satire, but I'm more fuck you. And if you are that shallow and that pathetic and that self-obsessed that you feel the need to bully people in order to get your way, I honestly don't give a fuck about you.
I'm off to go and tell Mikey's mum. It's got to work eventually.
Eventually, I'm sure it will.